Hello friend, great to be back. This is Hannele from Lawyers Design School, where I help lawyers to get more happy clients with the help of human-centered design. And this is a part of the series called Coffee with Hannele Korhonen, Happy Customers and Happy Lawyers. And I talk about the client experience and how that's related to your law practice. And I also talk about happy lawyers, share some thoughts and tips about making lawyers happy too. And before we get started, I want to remind you that you can ask questions at any time. Just write them there in the comments, or you can use the question box. And if you're wondering about something, it's more than likely that someone else is wondering about the same thing too. So let me know. So this time I wanted to talk to you about the other side of your business, because so far I've been talking about happy customers, but today I wanted to talk about the other side, meaning the happy lawyers, happy lawyer part. And these two, happy clients and happy lawyers, are heavily linked to each other. And the happiness of your clients is directly linked to the happiness of yourself and other people in your team. So what's the problem? What's stopping boutique law firm owners from being happy? And most commonly I hear that it's about feeling overwhelmed. So as the owner of your business, you have to wear so many hats, if not all the hats at the same time. You need to be the CEO, the legal professional, the business developer, and sometimes also IT support or dishwasher even. And it's just so much work, and so much so that all your efforts go into getting out of that rut, and you just end up nowhere with your business development. And you don't really have any time to think about growing your business and how to go about it. And you may have so many great plans and fresh starts, but nothing really changes because of your overwhelm. And I think that what you need to create, and that's at least been true for me, that you need to create more time and space for you to move from the reaction mode to being more proactive, to get ahead of your business. And today I wanted to share you 4 tools, easy tools that I use in my business and that have helped me tremendously in the way I run my own business. And they are definitely not rocket science, but to me these have been pivotal in being able to work on my business instead of being head over heels in my business, just grinding the daily work. So the first tool I wanted to share with you is quarterly planning. And I know that it may not sound that fancy or innovative, but the key word here is the quarterly planning. And I call myself a rather organized person. I like planning ahead and structuring days and organize everything. And this applies to my business as well. I do make plans. But my daily and weekly and monthly plans were too small to reach the big goals that I had for my business. And I got stuck in the daily routines and doing the busy work, as we say. And what was perhaps the biggest problem for me was that I always jumped on an idea or new opportunity that came my way without any critical thinking. Okay, this sounds good. This sounds interesting. Let's try it out. And what I ended up doing was that I had an ambitious annual goal, but I had no idea how to get there with my daily or weekly or monthly plans. And as soon as I got this new idea or got some new advice, I just crammed all those new things in, although the calendar was full already. But then I found the magic of quarterly planning, and it was a game changer. And I'm not a fan of these big empty promises, but this was really a game changer for my business, and that's why I wanted to share it with you. And how my system works, it's very simple. It's just that you break down the annual goals to quarterly goals first. And what needs to happen in each quarter to reach the annual goal. And then for that quarter, you focus only on those goals. And you don't look elsewhere. And if I get new ideas during the quarter, I just postpone them and evaluate them when I'm doing the next planning session for the next quarter. And so then I'm able to kind of decide and have a more strategic look on those new initiatives, whether they fit to the overall plan or not. And the quarterly planning kind of brings a strategic level to your business. The span is long enough to give you a broader look on various areas of your business, but on the other hand, it's short enough to keep you agile to make changes as necessary. So you don't have to wait 6 months or entire year to change the gear. I highly recommend this. And the second tool is prioritizing. And I use a simple tool called 3+3. And if the first tool was about planning, the other 3 tools are pretty much about scheduling and how to fit these tasks into your great plan. And I am one of those people who always overestimate my ability to complete tasks, the amount of tasks that I get done over a day or a week. And I also don't leave any buffers inside for kind of unexpected things to happen and that come my way. And that's obviously a problem. And my pet peeve is the long to-do lists that keep growing. And all tasks are equally important. And when I used to start my work every morning, I just grabbed the tasks that seemed the easiest at the moment, just to get the day going, and thinking that I can always go back to the most challenging ones later, after I've cleaned the email and messages from urgent requests. But of course that time never comes. And goes without saying that this didn't go very well for my business. And yes, I got a lot of things done in the random order of my to-do list, but whether or not they were the right things to do for my business and the strategy, very often not. So the tool that I started to use for this kind of task fatigue is a simple prioritizing system called 3+3. And it means that you select and list the top 3 things you need to get done during 1 week. And then this selection is based on the monthly or quarterly goals you have set for yourself. So they are always linked to the kind of the strategy that you have made for yourself. And then each day you list also the top 3 things you need to do during that day. I know it doesn't sound much, like three things out of that hugely long list, but that's the magic, that you actually have to think what are the most important things that you have to get done to get the strategy completed. And you need to be very, very crystal clear what is important, and on the other hand, what is not important. And this means that not all the things get done. You have to start to say no to unimportant things. And there are 2 big advantages to this tool. First, if you get sidetracked during a day or a week, you always go back to the short list of 3 things. What were those things? And then you just refocus your doing again. And the other good thing about this tool is that when you actually get these 3 things done during the day or during the week, it gives you the sense of accomplishment, that you get to cross off things from your list, and slowly but surely you get closer to your growth or goal, whatever that might be for your business. And then the third tool I wanted to talk to you about is called time blocking. And this tool is also related to scheduling. And time blocking means pretty much what it sounds like. It means that you block time in your schedule to do the tasks you have decided to do. So traditionally, you take the calendar and you have the meetings there, but the tasks you have in a separate list. But when you do the time blocking, you also need to block time for all the tasks that you have decided to do during the one day or the week. And you decide beforehand the time when you're going to do the tasks, and you also need to estimate how much time each task will take. And what this does is that it makes it visible that you cannot fit everything in. That's actually, usually the way it is for me, that I have this long list of tasks and then I realize that I don't have the time to do everything. There's just not enough time. And then it's again about the prioritizing and what's important and what's not. And I use this tool in my Google Calendar, but it certainly will work in any kind of calendar you're using. And I like to use different colors for different kind of themes, like client workshops or content creation or business development or team meetings and stuff like that. So that it's very visual way of looking at the calendar in one glimpse that is the balance right? Am I using my time to write things? Is my doing kind of strategy aligned with the strategy? Or is, for example, internal administrative work taking too much time? Because then I need to do something about it if admin work takes too much time. And then the fourth tool is called batching. And this is the most recent tool I've added to my routines. And batching in practice means that you focus on one topic at a time for a longer period instead of jumping around from topic to topic every hour or so. So you kind of bundle the similar work in a batch and then move to another batch after you have completed the first batch. So it's kind of antidote to multitasking. Are there anyone else who is guilty of multitasking? Because our brains are not very well suited for changing gears every 5 minutes. It's the way we do work nowadays, but it's not the way our brains were meant to work. And it takes time for you to gather your thoughts for each task, and it's not productive that you just jump around and then every time you're like, what was I doing and what was I thinking? And for me, when I before I started to do this batching, I felt like I got nothing done when my days were split in dozens of 15 minutes or 30 minutes tasks. And just when I kind of started one thing and I felt like I was on track, then I was already supposed to be doing something else. And there was this feeling of I'm behind, there's so much to do and I'm behind. And for me, this has become a must-have now when my work includes a lot of content creation, although I'm sure that it would have been helpful for me even when I was running my law practice. But my way of batching is very simple. When I plan my week, I look at the to-do list and schedule the tasks in batches. For example, I try to clear up one full day or at least half a day to create course content and all the materials related to that, instead of taking 1 hour here and there to work on it. And if I have several courses and materials on my list, I add them all in the same batch. And I use the same tool to bundle all the boring admin work together as well, because then I get over it faster. And my most efficient hours are in the mornings, so this tool has also allowed me to batch creative work for mornings and then focus on other work in the afternoon. And that works for me very well. So those were the 4 tools that actually will create more time and space for you to think big and work on your business to take it to the next level. But I'd love to hear from you now. Does this resonate with you? And what kind of tools have you found to increase your productivity? Let me know in the comments. That was all for now, and I will be back next week, same time, with a new topic, and next week it will be again more about a client experience. Have a great day. Bye-bye.